All right, guys, we are live. All right. So I started a little bit early because I wanted to get a lot more people in the room prior to us starting at 5 p.m. So right now we're just waiting on a few more people to come in, and then we're gonna kick it off. For y'all in Clubhouse, man, I wish y'all could be here right now enjoying the views of what everybody on Instagram and YouTube and the Facebook groups are getting. Like Mexico is amazing. Like Mexico is amazing. So for today now, y'all know we're gonna talk about identity theft, right? So we'll be talking we'll be talking about how to delete accounts that came as a result of identity theft. A lot of people are victims of bro. If this get wet, I ain't paying for it. Oh, all right. I'm like, like put on the mic. I'm like, if this drops in the pool right now, I am not responsible. All right, so guys, so I got my videographer out here with me, Jay. He's in the background out there, just looking cool and making sure that everything's going good. At the same time, I got the team back in the States, making sure that the stream is good and everything that you guys are getting are very good quality. So let me bring these as close together as possible. All right, boom. So if y'all can hear me, let me see y'all drop some fire in the chat. Let me see if y'all can hear me. Let me see some fire in the chat. If y'all can hear me, I need to be testing this out. So if y'all can hear me, let me see y'all drop some fire in the chat. Let me see some fire in the chat if you guys can hear me. All right, good, good. Instagram saying, yep, they're good. All right, bet. All right, cool. So like this live won't be a long live. Probably be like an hour, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. So what I'm gonna be discussing today, as I said before, is the correct way to use identity theft to get accounts deleted. Now, the biggest thing is this, right? Some people are victims of identity theft and they don't even know that they're victims of identity theft. So, we're going to go into the definition of what identity theft is. And once we discern the definition now, we're going to go into what the law says about identity theft and how you can use identity theft to get these accounts deleted. Because any account that came from or that arose from identity theft, once you put in the right things in place, after 4 days after them receiving your correspondence, those accounts are supposed to be blocked. So we're gonna go over the right way to do an identity theft. I won't say an identity theft report. I'll tell y'all where to go on if you're a victim of it. But I'll be going over the steps and what is necessary as per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 USC 1681 C2. That's the section that deals with identity theft. So that's what we'll be covering today, and I'm going to also have the letters available. So I have created some identity theft letters, and basically I made an identity theft bundle. So I've created an identity theft bundle for y'all, and you guys will be able to get the identity theft bundle. So let me see if I can get this going here. Text theft, THEFT, to 917 810 3329 to get your identity theft bundle. All right, cool. So for those of you on Instagram, you will be able to see the identity theft bundle text number. So it's my number. Once you text it, you'll be able to get the identity theft bundle. But we're gonna go over right now when they can't demand your social. No creditor can demand your social. As long as you send in identification, that's fine. So if you want to send in your social, that's absolutely fine. But there's no law requiring it. You can send in any government issued ID or passport or no, I don't recommend people using their military ID because of the whole security issue. I don't recommend it. So you can do a copy of your social, a copy of a bank statement or any utility bill, and a driver's license, a state ID. Those are acceptable forms of identification. So that's very important to know. All right, Clubhouse. As soon as I get the link for the identity theft bundle, I'll have it up there. So right now, like I said, I came on a little bit earlier to make sure that if there was any technical difficulties, I could get it fixed because I'm all the way in Mexico, and this is where I'm doing the live from. So the um, the service, if it's coming in and out, I do apologize. But like I said, I am not in the country and the service here is not the best, but it's also not the worst. It is good and it's going, and we're here. Are you guys getting any form of audio delay or anything at all? Like, I just want to know so I can have the team work on it as best as possible. If y'all are hearing me correctly, I'm Jamaican. If y'all are hearing me correctly, I mean, if y'all are hearing me without any issues, let me see y'all put some fire in the chat. If there is any technical difficulties, let me know so I can have the team get it right away. All right, cool. All right, so the first thing I want to start off with, guys. Okay, cool. Everybody's saying the audio is good. The audio is good. Clubhouse, I hope you guys are hearing me good. I can't tell unless y'all put some stuff in the chat. Apart from that, I don't. So, hey, what's going on, Tim? Let's see what's popping here. Speak. All right, good. So, like I said, club. Okay, audio is good. All right, bet. So, like I said, I'm all the way in Mexico, and I'm doing this live right now. So, right now, shout out to Sheeta 3. So I'm just making sure the audio is good to go, and we're gonna go into identity theft and doing identity theft the right way. There's a lot of information out here in these streets where people are telling y'all to file FTC, but there's a method to it. You don't just go get up and file an FTC if you are not allegedly a victim of identity theft, because you can get into serious problems filing fraudulent reports. I'm gonna say it again, you can get into serious problems filing fraudulent identity theft reports. So let's learn how to do it right. Let's learn how to do it right so that we are good to go and our credibility stays where it is. All right? All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go into the definition of what identity theft really is. So let's do that. So, for those of you who can look this up, I want you guys to look up um, 18 USC, 18 USC 1028A. So, we're going to look up 18 USC 1028A. Okay, cool. So, we're looking up 18 USC 1028A. And let's go to the definition of what identity theft is, so we comprehend the definition before we start filing complaints and before we start filing FTC reports. All right, so when you go to A and it says offensive, right? It says whoever during and in relation to any felony violation enumerated in subsection C knowingly transfers, possesses, or uses without lawful authority. So if they possess, transfer, or use any identification of you without lawful authority, that constitutes identity theft, right? A means of identification of another shall, in addition to the punishment provided for such felony, be sentenced to a term of imprisonment of 2 years. So if um if someone uses your information without, the word says, lawful authority, if they possess an identification of you, meaning, so identification of you is your social, your driver's license, utility bills, bank statement, items that have direct relation to you, that can use to identify you, those are identifications of you. So if someone knowingly possesses, transfers, or uses without lawful authority a means of identification of another. So now let's break this down. You went to the car dealership, right? And you have 25 inquiries. You gave one person, which was the sales manager or the finance guy, whoever, or the sales agent, you gave them authority to pull it. But then you saw 25 other banks pulling your reports. See, I didn't give 25 other banks permission to pull my report. I gave the sales agent the permission, right? And I told him specifically, I want only one bank. I said it. I want you to pull my reports from only one bank. What bank do you guys do most of your financing through? So they tell me the bank, that's the bank I want you to pull it to. Only one bank. Now, the other caveat to that is if you want to avoid that, you also need to come in with your pre approval. Because if you get your pre approval from your local credit union, the bank that you bank with, and stuff like that, they will not be pulling your reports and you won't get all those inquiries, right? So now let's break down what this says. The law says whoever, whoever, it does not discriminate. It says whoever. So whoever during and in relation to any felony enumerated in subsection C knowingly transfers, possesses, or uses without lawful authority a means of identification of another person shall, in addition, in addition to the punishment provided for such felony, be sentenced to a term of imprisonment of 2 years. So, guys, I want you guys to text the word theft, THEFT. Text the word theft to 917-810-3329 to get your identity theft bundle. I have put together an identity theft bundle. It's the identity theft flashcards. I also have 2 identity theft letters. So if you text the word theft to 917-810-3329, you can get your identity theft bundle. So now let's go back into the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And why is that important? Well, the Fair Credit Reporting Act says if you have accounts that came as a result of identity theft, those accounts must be blocked. I'm going to say this one more time. The Fair Credit Reporting Act says if you have any account or if you identify any account that came as a result of identity theft, those accounts must be blocked. However, there's four criterias. I'm going to say this again. There are four criterias for this. Who knows what I'm talking about? There are four key points, four criterias that must be met for you to successfully do an identity theft deletion. The people in these streets that are teaching you and telling you all about credit sweeps and all of that stuff, that's just filing an FTC and mailing it in and doing it incorrectly, you will be in hot water. Let's do it the right way. Because the people that are doing this crazy stuff, you are putting a bad name on the industry. Let's do it the right way. And I'm going to show you guys today how to file, not file, but what four compartments. There we go. I'm going to give you the four requirements that is needed for a successful identity theft dispute letter. I have the dispute letters for you guys as well. If you look at the bottom of the screen, it says text the word theft, THEFT, text theft to 917-810-3329, and you will get the identity theft bundle. So now, let's go into the right thing. I want you guys to look up on your computer or on your phone. I don't care what you have, because everything that I'm telling y'all, you can fact check the information, right? And if there's any information that I give y'all that I cannot fact check, I'm not giving it to y'all. So, let me take a sip. Nah. So, all right. Identity theft, right? If whoever is doing your credit repair, if they are not explaining to you the process of the identity theft and the fact that when they do an identity theft report or if they do identity theft, a fraud alert can be put on your profile, you need to evaluate who you're working with. Because when you put in for identity theft, 9 times out of 10, it puts a fraud alert on your profile. Now, you can call in and remove the fraud alert, but they're going to put it on there as soon as they see something that comes in that speaks about identity theft. So, let's see what Congress is saying about identity theft. So, Congress is saying, and 15 USC 1681C number 2. So C2, block of information resulting from identity theft. Block, except as otherwise provided in this section, a consumer reporting agency shall block the reporting of any information in the file of a consumer that the consumer identifies as information that resulted from an alleged identity theft, no later than 4 business days after the date of receipt of such agency by such agency of 1. Appropriate proof. So it says appropriate proof. It didn't say exactly what you need to submit. It says appropriate proof of the identity of the consumer. Number 2 says a copy of an identity theft report. Number 3, identification of such information by the consumer, and the fourth thing, a statement by the consumer that the information is not information relating to any transaction by the consumer. Once you meet those four categories, you will get those accounts blocked. This is the law, and this is what the law says. Once you meet these four categories, or once you hit all 4 points, that account must be blocked by all consumer reporting agencies. Am I making sense, guys? Like, I hope y'all are getting some value from this. If y'all are getting some value from this, let me see some. Let me see some fire in the chat. Let me see some fire in the chat if you guys are getting some value from this. Let me see some fire in the chat if you guys are getting some value from this. All right. So are we good? 15 USC 1681 C2. 15 USC 1681 C2. That is the section of the law that I'm reading. 15 USC 1681 C2. So now, what I have done is I have created two identity theft letters. If you text me, you can get those, you can get that bundle. So, if you text theft, so text the word THEFT, theft, to 917 810 3329, you can get the identity theft bundle. I'm here for it, y'all, on dog shit time. I'm not sure what that means, Tyrese, but so let's talk about now what is being said. Let's break down what the law is saying right here. There's a few things in here that a lot of people might miss. So let's break this apart. It says, except as otherwise provided in this section, a consumer reporting agency shall block. What does the word shall mean? It's a good thing. I'm just from Philly. We talk different. All right, bro. I got you. I got you. I got you. What does the word shall means? What does the word shall block means? I want to see who's paying attention. Shall equals must. Absolutely. Future the CEO. You are correct. So future the CEO. You are correct. Shall means they must. That's very important for you to comprehend. Why is that? Why is that important? Because you will not take any stall letters. You're not going to take any of their stall tactics. You are not going to take none of it. Right? So, sorry, just discovered you. You do also have fixed credit. So Marina, what I do is I teach people how to repair, rebuild, and restore their own credit. I'm gonna teach you how to be your own credit hero. I'm gonna teach you how to take your power back. I am gonna teach you how to put yourself in a position so you can have the power to purchase. Shout out to my guy Runway on here. What's going on, King? How are you doing? So, guys, for those of you who don't know, Runway is one of my mentors. I have learned so much from this king. Yo, keep killing it, bro. Give me all the gems, all the new stuff. Yo, I'm always tapped into Runway. I appreciate you, King, for coming through, for sure. So, identity theft now. Let's break it down. So we know that shall equals must, right? They shall do this, they must do this, right? So now that we know that they must do this, let's find out what they must do. shall block the reporting of any information in the file of a consumer. So they must block the reporting. They must block the reporting of any information in the file of a consumer that the consumer identifies as information that resulted from an alleged identity theft. What does that mean? Not later than 4 business days after the date of receipt by such agency. Always, Runway, always, bro. You've helped me out tremendously, and I will always give you your flowers, bro. Anywhere I'm at, I will always give you your flowers. So, what does that mean? So, what does receipt mean? Let's go back a little bit. What does it mean? What's Congress saying when they say identifies the information that resulted from an alleged identity theft no later than 4 business days after the date of receipt? What does date of receipt means? What does date of receipt means? All right, let me see what Clubhouse is saying. What does date of receipt means? The day they received it, Marsha, you are correct. Acceptance, certified mail. Okay, how do you prove that they received it? So Congress says the date of receipt, right? How do you prove that they received it? Peace King, this is Robert. I won a scholarship to CLU. Then there was a problem with the 47 charge, but there wasn't on my end, and I've been trying to make contact with you since. All right. I want you to, hey Gladys, I want you to take care of Bigger D781. Send an email to contact so my team can see what you're talking about. Contact at Darain Delavante dot com. That's my email. So, bruv, what I want you to do is send an email to me so my team can look into it. So, send an email so the team can look into it and see what the issue is and why you didn't get, why you weren't able to get in. So, when we talk about they receiving something, how do you prove that they received it? Well, Future the CEO and Marsha says, guess what? Green return receipt, certified mail. So certified mail has a tracking number. The tracking number allows you to track where the correspondent is. Right? So when you're able to track it, you can see when they received it. The thing is now, when you put a green return receipt, it's not mandatory, but I tell everyone to do a certified mail green return receipt. When you do a green return receipt, what that simply does is someone has to physically stamp or sign to receive the item. So now they cannot say, oh, well, Darain Delavante never sent it. No, you cannot, because I have proof. I have proof because I send it certified mail, green return receipt. I have proof that you received it, and I have proof that someone from your corporation signed for it. So that's how we're going to prove that part. So now let's break it down even further. No later than 4 business days. So let's say now they received the item on a Friday. So let's say your letter got sent and they received it on a Friday. Well, Saturday and Sunday doesn't count. Those are weekends. Those are not business days. Saturday and Sunday doesn't count. So don't expect them to delete it by Wednesday. That's not going to happen. It says business days. So it says not later than 4 business days. So within that 4 day span, they can delete it, but oftentimes they don't. They wait, they drag it out, they want you to be discouraged, they want a lot of things to happen. So, what do? You wait for business days. So, you're going to start. So, if they received it Friday, you're going to start counting on Monday, right? So, Monday, that's 1 business day. Tuesday is 1 business day. Wednesday is 1 business day. Thursday, that's the 4th business day. So, the letters that you're going to get when you text the word theft, THEFT, when you text the word theft to 917-810-3329, when you text the word theft, you will receive my identity theft bundle. It is not free. I'm going to let y'all know. I be giving y'all mad free game. The bundle is not free, so I'm letting each and everyone know the bundle is not free. There is a cost associated with the bundle, but it's nothing that anyone here cannot afford. Now, where were we? On the 4th day, the 4th business day, now by law, they must delete it. They shall block all information that meets the requirements. So now it's important that we're sending out these identity theft letters the right way and only if you are a victim of it. Please, please, please do not be out in the streets filing false reports. As long as you meet the definition of what identity theft is, as long as you meet the definition of what identity theft is, you will not have a problem. It is very simple. They say they want 4 things. Let me see y'all put in the chat 4 things. That's all it requires. 4 things. It requires you doing 4 things. That's all it requires, It requires you doing only 4 things. That's it. It requires you doing only 4 things. So when you do these 4 things, this is what's going to get the accounts blocked. And what Congress is saying, appropriate proof of the identity of the consumer. Now, appropriate proof, a driver's license, a passport, a state ID, a copy of your social. Those are 4 things that you can use as forms of identification. But then it speaks more about, well, they didn't say it here, and it is totally optional. You do not have to send in a utility bill, you do not have to send in a bank statement. The law says appropriate proof. And guess what? If you take it a step further and you get it notarized, I'm going to say this one more time. If you take it a step further and you get it notarized, then you just solidify everything. But one of the things that I've always seen is these consumer reporting agencies, guess what they're going to do? They are going to come back and they're going to say insufficient proof of identity. They're going to say, oh, you're using a credit repair agency. They're going to tell you so much lies to discourage you. It's important to know that you do not waver in your conviction. It is important to know that you stand fast in the things that you know that are true. And what that simply means is If you are learning identity theft from me, do not take any excuses from any of them. Don't. Don't take any excuses because they will give you any and all excuses. They will give you any and all excuses not to delete the items. And the reason why that is, they make a lot more money with people with bad credit than they do with people with good or excellent credit. Because when you have bad credit, guess what? They know people are going to go on an application spree. So, one of the things that a lot of people do is when you get denied, you're going to go to the next bank and to the next bank, and you're going to go to 10 other banks, right? Y'all know this is true. They're going to go to 10 other banks to see if they can get approved. Each time your report is pulled, whoever is pulling the report has to pay for it. So, do you comprehend why it incentivizes them for you to have bad credit? I want y'all to start thinking. This is why it incentivizes them for you to have bad credit because they make a lot more money. Now, let's talk about the institutions. When they get you approved for a subprime loan with a high interest rate exceeding your state usury law, guess what also happens? You are paying 3 times for the same item. So, one of my examples is I got my first car. I was so excited. I got my first car. You cannot talk to me. I was the man. It was a 2007 Nissan Altima with 75,000 miles on it. I still didn't care. It's my first car. I'm the man. Nobody can talk to me. However, I could not get the car without a co-signer. I had bad credit. So I went in, I had my little $1,000, giving it for a down payment and all. And they're like, no, we can't give it a car. You need a cosigner. At the time, I didn't comprehend the extent of what a cosigner was. And I didn't know how much of a situation I was putting my friend in when I asked him to be a cosigner. I will never do that now. Now I know better. So I hope none of y'all are in these streets asking nobody to be a co-signer for y'all. Go fix your credit. Don't be asking people to be a co-signer because you are putting them at risk. You are putting their credit at risk. You're putting their finances at risk. Do not be in these streets asking for people to be a co-signer for you. Go fix your credit. Go fix your credit and go stand on your own 2 feet. Do not be asking nobody in these streets to be a co-signer for you. It is too easy now to get your credit fixed. So I hope no one on this live is asking anyone to be a co-signer. Just don't do it. Do not do it. Now, when I got my car, I was paying an interest rate of 18.90% for a used 2007 Nissan Altima. I was about to pay for the car a whole 2 times. Disgusting. But when you're going, these sales agent and these finance managers, they're not telling you this. They don't care. Their only concern is to make the sale so they can make their commission. If you're paying 18 or 26 or 30%, that is not their problem. They don't care. Their only concern is to have you driving off the lot. They want to get paid. They want your commission. These dealers, they are not your friends. These salespeople, they are not your friends. They are not. They're going to pretend like your friend. They're going to bring you everything. They're going to bring you coffee. They're going to bring you everything you need. They're going to have you test drive the car. Do y'all ever wondered why they make you test drive the cars? You see, once you go behind that wheel and you drive that car off the lot, there is absolutely no way you are not leaving without that car. You're not. Because you felt it. You start imagining yourself driving the car. All your friends know. You start thinking about, yo, I'm gonna go pick up my homeboys. I'm gonna go pick up my homegirls. It's psychological marketing, right? And they're going to get you, and you will pay that 20%. You will pay that 25% interest rate. A lot of people don't even know about your state usury law. So each state has what is called usury law. And what that is, it's a maximum interest rate that creditors and financial institutions cannot exceed. But guess what? They're crooked, so they do it anyway. They do. Because let me give you the example. I'm in New York. Well, right now I'm in Mexico, but I'm in New York. And when I got my 2007 Nissan Altima, I was paying 18.90%. The usury law for New York is 16%. So I was paying 2% extra than what the state of New York allowed. And they took all the money. They did not care. Do not go in any of these dealerships thinking that you are buddy buddies with these people. Their only job is to get you in a car, lock you in a contract, regardless of what the interest rate is. You need to be educated enough to know that you need to fix your credit. Don't be going to get a car and having bad credit. That shit don't make no sense. Why are you going to pay three times for something that if you had taken half, not even half, 1% of that money, invested in fixing your credit, invested in your own education, you could go get a brand new car at 3%, at 2%. Don't be walking up into no dealership with bad credit. If you have bad credit, your primary focus is to be, how do I get to good to excellent credit? Do not be walking up in these streets with no bad credit, talking about you're going to go get a car. But, everybody is grown. You can make your own decision. But when you get that repo, because that note is 500 a month for a used 2007 Nissan Altima, guess what? Y'all are going to be coming to me asking me about, Dwayne, I'm in this contract. I can't get out. I told y'all not to apply for no auto loan with a bad credit. Spend the time. See, this is what I don't even understand too. You're willing to go to school, take on so much in student loan debt, come out 6 months, still don't get a job. Then you get a job that's paying you 40,000, 50,000. It's gonna take you, geez, it's probably gonna take you 40 years to pay off your student loans. The math don't make no sense. Invest in your education. Financial literacy, ladies and gentlemen. Financial literacy. Do not sell yourself short. You need to have confidence in yourself. We love too much quick fix. Oh, I can delete your credit in 30 days. That's the type of shit y'all want to hear. But guess what? It took you years to mess your credit up. Do not think that it's going to get fixed overnight. We cannot fix overnight what you took years to destroy. Y'all need to understand this and get the concept right. People want too much microwave fix. That's the problem. Everybody want a microwave fix. Quick solutions, right? You want it now, you want it now, you want it now. But guess what? It took you years to destroy your credit. Took you years to destroy your credit. What am I getting at? So it's because you get put into some of these situations where you have bad credit, and guess what? You are not investing in yourself to fix your credit. So then you're going to run up in a dealership, and then you're going to get hit with 25, 35, 45 inquiries. I met someone that had 74 inquiries on a credit report. Like, how do you have 74? 7 4. How do you have 74 inquiries on your credit? How? Do not be a victim. It starts with you taking personal responsibility. And for those of you who just joined, we're talking about identity theft and how to get accounts deleted that came from identity theft. So I have prepared two letters and my identity theft flashcards. Once you text the word theft, text the word theft, THEFT, text the word theft to 917-810-3329 to get your identity theft bundle. It's going to have the letter that I made, letters. It's going to have those letters that I made that you're going to follow the instructions and send in the required information to the consumer reporting agencies to get your stuff done. So now let's talk about they have to ask them not to run it more than once or twice. Even when you ask them, they're still going to run it. So let's talk about. So we just spoke about the appropriate proof of identity. So a copy of an identity theft report. What does that mean? So a lot of you can get an identity theft report from your local precinct, your local county precinct. You can get it from the FTC website, which is the Federal Trade Commission. It is a government website. Now, what I don't want y'all doing is falsifying information. Don't do it, beloved. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not falsify any information because you can be in hot waters when you falsify information. Don't do it. So, who do we get the extras off? I think you're meant to say, so how do we get the extras off? That's simple. Did you give them permissible purpose? Did you give them permissible purpose? Y'all need to comprehend the difference. I'm not saying that you cannot get them off. I am not saying that they didn't run the stuff. I'm asking you, did you give the third party companies permission? Did you give those companies, all those 25 companies, did you give them permission to pull your reports? Or did you give the dealership permission? Who did you give? The 25 banks that pull it, or did you give it to the dealership? Who did you give permissible purpose to? That's what y'all are not understanding. Who did y'all give the permission to? The auto loan dispute, do I send it to the dealership? Yes, you send it to the dealership, but you also send it to anyone that is financing the auto loan. So any bank, so if it's a dealership finance, you send it to the dealership. But any bank that's reporting as the creditor on your report, they are who you're going to send that the auto loan deletion letter to. So this is important to know. So now you can go to the Federal Trade Commission, right? Go to identitytheft.gov and you can get an affidavit. Yes. So that's a Smitty. That's a perfect example. So you gave permission for two of them, right? Not the other 23. You only gave permission to those two. The other 23, they ran information without your permission. So this meets the definition of identity theft. Someone knowingly, willingly transfers an identification of you without your permission or without lawful authority. That meets the definition for identity theft. So once it meets the definition for identity theft, you can now use the law to your advantage. Because the law says if you have accounts that related from an alleged identity theft, By sending in the four requirements, you can get these accounts deleted. Are you guys following me? This is why I went ahead a time and I prepared the letters for you. This is why I prepared the letters for you. All you got to do to get the letters is text the word theft. Text the word theft, THEFT, to 917-810-3329. That's it. And you're going to get your identity theft bundle. So now, the identification of such information by the consumer. Now, what number 3 means is you must now state what the identity theft is. You must now state what the identity theft is. And what does that mean? You have to identify the accounts. So all accounts that came as a result of identity theft, you must now identify those accounts. So number 3 is saying the information of such, the identification of such information by the consumer. You are now identifying all the accounts that are a result of identity theft. So if I got my car from BMW, but they use Santander to finance it, I should send it to Santander, correct? If it's deleted, then does the car have to be returned? Um, I cannot answer that because I don't know how they're going to respond. If you have an active open account with them, you will not use identity theft. There's a different way you can get the accounts deleted. Identity theft are for accounts that you did not authorize, you did not give permission for. If it's an open account that you opened, leave the account alone because they might shut it down, or there's other ways you can use to get those accounts deleted. So this is where you need to identify what account. It's important for you to learn how to read your reports so you know the information that is on there. It's very crucial, guys. Absolutely crucial. All right. Um, so now we're at number 4. Number 4 says a statement by the consumer that the information is not information relating to any transaction by the consumer. So this is where they're talking about my letter now. So basically they're saying that the statement that you're going to make now, right? The statement by the consumer. So you, the consumer, are making a statement that the information is not information relating to any transaction. So you have identified the accounts that came as a result of identity theft. So now you are stating that you did not open any of these accounts. You're saying that you didn't open any of these accounts, and these accounts are as a result of identity theft. So the letters that I made, they are built specifically for this section of the law. The only thing you have to do on your own is you have to file your own FTC report so you can get the affidavit to send in with the letter. That's it. You have to file your own FTC report so you can get the affidavit that goes with the letter. Do not send the letter in without the affidavit or the police report. It will not work. You're missing a part. That's the problem with a lot of people. Y'all get a piece of the information and you didn't do the other steps, but then you come back on somebody's live and say that it didn't work. Do the whole procedure. Do not send out the letter without the police report or the FTC report. It will not work. All right? So I'm gonna make sure that y'all get that. It will not work. So now let's talk about notification. Okay. So are we getting the message? Let me see if y'all are getting what I'm saying. No excuses Friday. Absolutely. Y'all see, I'm in Mexico right now. I did not have to do this live, bro. I didn't. I could have went over there, took a swim, but I am here with y'all every Friday. Unless something crazy happens, I am here with you guys every Friday. Been doing it for the last year and a half. Every Friday I'm here with y'all, giving y'all game. Has anyone here been a victim of identity theft? If you've been a victim of identity theft based on the definitions now that you now know, let me see y'all put identity theft in the chat. If you guys have been a victim of identity theft, whether by a car dealership or whoever, let me see y'all put identity theft in the chat so I can have an idea of the amount of people that's really, really suffering right now. Who has ever been a victim of identity theft? Whether it's going to a dealership, they pulled your reports a million times, whether somebody wrongfully used your information, created or opened an account. Who's been a victim of identity theft? Guess what, guys? I'm letting you know you are not alone. You are not alone. Thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people experience this every day. Some people don't even know that they're a victim of identity theft. There's family members that's stealing information. There's friends that's stealing information. Co-workers, people that you trust. That's why it's important that you safeguard your information and you know how to protect yourself. You need to learn consumer law. It's important that you know how to protect yourself. It's absolutely critical that you know how to protect yourself. If you did not open the account, if you did not give permission for these inquiries, my cousin got a whole house in her name and didn't know until she tried to purchase one. Oh, wow. Do y'all see that? Like, someone just commented on the live right now. My cousin got a whole house in her name and didn't know until she was ready to purchase one. This stuff is happening to people every day. You need to learn the stuff that I'm teaching y'all. You need to learn how to protect yourselves, beloved. Do not be a victim. You cannot change what happened, but I can damn well show you how to delete all those accounts that came from identity theft. Like, let me see a raise of hands. Or let me see a raise of hands. Do you believe that I can teach you how to delete these accounts that came from identity theft? Let me see your hands. Put your hands up. Do you believe that one intelligent person can teach another intelligent person how to do something that they know how to do? Let me see y'all put your hands up. Let me see it. It's important for you to know that you have a choice. You have the choice to remain a victim, or you have the chance to take your power back. You have the power to change your situation. You do. The time to take action is now. I'm telling you, ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You have to be proactive in your own education, and you have to be proactive in protecting your information, and you have to be proactive with monitoring and cleaning up your own credit. Some people don't want to be saved. I had gas cards and a getaway computer account on my name and was forced to file bankruptcy because I didn't know this knowledge at the time and was a family member. Oh my, I'm so sorry to hear that, Alpha. I am so sorry to hear that. And this is what, like, y'all better share this live. Everybody on here, share this live right now. Share this live with 5 to 10 people that you know this information can benefit. Share the live with them. People need to learn how to protect themselves. Y'all need to share this live. Share this live with somebody. Share this room with somebody. Share this with someone that you know can benefit from the information. Alpha, I am truly sorry you went through that. I am. So I hope you got that bankruptcy deleted, and I hope that all the accounts that tied to that bankruptcy, you were able to delete them and you're able to get a fresh start. I really hope you were able to get a fresh start. So, guys, in 11 minutes, so I am gone in 11 minutes in the process now. So, Alpha, make sure you text me, right? Text me the word theft. Text the word theft to 917-810-3329 so you can get the identity theft bundle. Learn identity theft, read my letters, and go out there and start helping people. I want you guys to text me. Text me. Text me. Text me the word theft to 917-810-3329. Text me so you can get your identity theft bundle. You do not have to be a victim anymore. You don't. You are only a victim if you refuse to take action. Makes sense, right? If you refuse to take action, it means you simply just want to be a victim. I am giving you the information. I am giving you the sauce. Come take a swim with me. Come on. Y'all need to come take a swim. All right, so who want to come take a swim? Who wants to come take a swim? Let's go. Who's coming to take a swim with the credit hero? Let me dry my hands before I get my devices wet. So the point that I'm saying, beloved, is come on, Alpha. I'm in Mexico. Let's go. I'll be here for what? Today's what day, bro? Friday? I'm here for one more day. I leave on Sunday. So if y'all are in the area, come to Cancun, link up with the credit hero. Let's talk consumer law. Let's talk consumer law and how we can get your profile um, where you need it to be. All right, so I got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Let me take some questions. So I'm taking questions now for the next 8 minutes. Let me start with Clubhouse. I see a lot of messages here. Join the club. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Marsha. All right, Marsha, you look like you have Clubhouse handled. Let me go to YouTube and Facebook. I haven't been taking your questions yet. Tracy, come and join me. How late fees and overdraft is that identity theft? No. Can you use your Facebook questions? Yes, I'm going to go through Facebook questions right now. So, hold on. Let me turn this so y'all can see me. Let me turn this way. All right. So, for Facebook, so what if my auto loan is Ford and TransUnion and Omaha on Experian, but it's the same loan? No, that means it's reported inaccurately. It has to be the same reported across all consumer reporting agencies. It cannot have one name on this and then another name. I know you can't give up too much, bro. I give game for days. How can we leverage credit to just some quick game? I'm gonna have to come to y'all later. Let me get these questions on Facebook first. All right, no excuses Friday. Absolutely, we're showing up. What what if it's credit? What if it's a credit denial and have a hard inquiry resulting from it? I am assuming that's not applicable in this case. I cannot confirm or deny that statement. The credit game has been telling people to do that. Now he is being sued. To do what? I'm not understanding what the credit game has been telling people to do. All right. I don't know why the credit game is being sued, but I'm sure the credit game wasn't teaching consumer law. All right, let me see. What if you use the CFPB and file a complaint? Do you still need to mail letters? Absolutely. So, mailing out the letters is one part. Filing your complaints with the CFPB, the FTC, the State Attorney General is the second part. Do not shortcut the steps. Take the time out to do the right steps. Take the time out to do it. If you're in the university, is there still a charge? If you're in the university, all these letters are in the university. Go to the letter library. All my letters, if you're in my mentorship, if you're in the university, let me be specific. If you are in the university, all my letters are inside the letter library. Go to the letter library and you will see all my letters. If a collection account on your credit profile reports multiple times a month, is that considered a violation? Absolutely. you should get my debt collection killer pack. Let me ask y'all a question. For everybody on here right now that have a collection issue, let me see y'all put collections in the chat. For everyone that has a collection issue, for everyone that has a collection issue, right? Shout out to my mentor Nehemiah in the house. For everyone that has a collection issue, let me see y'all put collections in the chat. Everyone right now that has a collection issue, let me see y'all put collections in the chat. All right. Even though I wasn't, how do I join your mentorship? Click the link in my bio. WC Zay, click the link in my bio and you're going to see university. Join my university. I want you in the university. I need you tapped in. I need you learning this stuff because we're going to be on a call twice a week, 2 times a week. We're on a call Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday, twice a week, we're going to be on calls. You want to get in? You want to learn from the Credit Hero? I got y'all. Join the university. The link is in my bio. Now, for everybody here that has a collection issue, for everyone here that has a collection issue, listen to me very carefully. Text me the word delete. So text delete, DELETE. Text the word delete to 917 810 3329 to get my debt collection killer pack. All right. If you have a collection issue, if you have a collection issue, I want you to text me the word delete. So text delete to 917 810 3329 to get my debt collection killer pack. So if you have collections, I got y'all. I made a program specifically for you. Text the word delete to 917 810 3329 and you will get my debt collection killer pack. This information will teach y'all how to get anywhere from 90 to 95% of all collections account deleted. All right, guys, I got one more minute. I got one more minute. Talk to me. How many utilization letters should I send out before I go into litigation? I'll go 2 rounds because I want to give them an opportunity to cure. Yeah, I would go 2 rounds, and then if they still are willfully non-compliant, then I'll take the next step. Can you delete repos after judgment? You can delete repos off your consumer report. Yes, you can delete repos off your consumer reports. What do I need to do when reporting 2 different auto loan companies for the same auto loan? You need to get those accounts deleted. Get the accounts, unless you need it, get the accounts deleted because it is inaccurately reporting. The law says this. Let me tell y'all what the law says about accuracy. So go to 15 USC 1681E. right? When you go to 1681E, it's going to bring you to a section called compliance procedures. And when you go to compliance procedures say this: every, wait, let's start over. Identity and purposes of credit users. Every consumer reporting agency shall maintain reasonable procedures designed to avoid violations, right? But then when we go to B, where is B? Accuracy of the report. Let me see somebody put accuracy in the chat. Let me see y'all put accuracy in the chat. The law says whenever a consumer reporting agency prepares a consumer report, it shall follow reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy of the information concerning the individual about whom the report relates. So, in this case, if you have a auto loan that's reporting three different things, it is not accurate and you can get that account deleted. I bought a car, never had possession of it. It's going on a month now, trying to battle it. What do I do? You need to pull up to the dealership. Wherever you bought the car from, you need to pull up for it. So if you're paying for an item you never got, that doesn't make any sense. Pull up to the dealership, find out what's going on, get the contract, or if they don't have the contract, cancel the whole process. Doreen, I need some value information with you in regards to some resources you referred that I think you need to know. Can I DM after this call? Yes, you can. All right. Yep. Um, Max, you can definitely DM me. Accuracy. All right. So I'm about to go, guys. So, two things. If you have been a victim of identity theft, if you have been a victim of identity theft, I want you to text me the word theft, THEFT, to 917 810 3329 to get your identity theft bundle. All right. And if you have collections, if any of you have collections, I want you to text me the word delete. Text me the word delete. Text delete to 917 810 3329. If you have a collection issue, text me the word delete. Oh, I stand corrected. I'm sorry. Text the word validation. Text me the word validation. So I stand corrected. Text me the word validation to 917 810 3329. If you got collection issues, text me validation. Text me the word validation to 917 810 3329. From your favorite consumer law expert, the Rain Delevante, aka the Credit Hero, I am out. Because I'm an island boy, just trying to make it. I'm an island boy. Yo, it's been great. I'm gonna go back to my mentorship now because I got one question. All right, what you got, bro? Talk to me. I'm about to leave. Young XZ XJ. What's the question? I am about to leave. Oh, in the meantime, let me show you all the view. It's quite an amazing view. That's not a simple question. This question is going to take me too long to answer. Um, this is not a 1 minute type of question. This question is going to take me some time, and the time I don't have right now. So what I want you to do is get the charge off deletion guide. So if you go to my website, deraindelevante.com, I have a charge off deletion guide. So get my charge off deletion guide, and that's going to teach you how to get your charge offs deleted. So go to my website. Gladys, could you go to the website, get the link for the charge off deletion guide, and drop it in the Instagram before I go, please? So yeah, just drop the charge off deletion guide link. Or for technical support, yep, there you go. That's my email right there. You can email me and we will get that. So everyone have an amazing evening. I am definitely going out now.